Hey everybody. I'm just going to give a little bit of time before we get going. But if you are looking for the customer support Workstream call, the very first of its kind, you're in the right place. If you are looking for the best way to bathe your cat, you are not in the right place. I don't see Mark in the room yet. So, I just don't. Mark, are you in the room? I don't see you in the list. Unless I'm just not scanning it correctly.
Yeah, I'm not seeing him either.
Okay.
Hopefully he joins momentarily.
He's here. I'm messaging with him. And he has the Zoom presentation ready. One second. We got him in here. I'm just going to pull him up on stage, and then we will get started. All right. Hey, Mark. We got the whole crew up here. Welcome to our first customer support Workstream community call. It's been a long time coming, but as some of you might not know, our proposal actually begins in January. So while a lot of other work streams have already gotten started, we're actually doing this transition as we speak into a decentralized team. And currently we're still functioning as a centralized team with ShapeShift Inc. right now. But to get things started, I'm Crypto Meg. Most of you probably know me if you've been in the DAO, ShapeShiftDAO Discord for a while now. I'm the workstream leader for customer support and previously was the head of all of our customer support operations at ShapeShift, centralized ShapeShift. I've been with the company for, I think 6 years now, maybe almost 6 years, something like that, and have seen it through a tremendous amount of changes and just the evolution. And I have to say, this is my favorite one yet. And if you're curious what my least favorite one was, it was that time we had to do KYC. That sucked. So now that we're finally on to bigger and better things as a team, we are organized and ready to show you guys what's happening on the customer support side of things, how we're going to be running as a team, how we're going to be measuring our success, and data points that we can share with product marketing and other people in the community to understand what our customers want and need and how to thrive. So I'm going to hand it off over to Mark. So Mark is our data and quality assurance manager. He has been with ShapeShift. He's approaching his 4th year in January, and over 3 of the years he's spent with us have been in a leadership role on my team. So some of the things he's done in the past has been customized and created from scratch a quality assurance system for our team and managed that every single month flawlessly. This guy pays attention to detail more than anyone I know, which is great because I'm terrible at paying attention to detail. So him and I complement each other very well. He's been my right-hand man for several years now. He's trained a lot of our team members, and he currently manages the support team managers that then take care of all the agents on a weekly basis. So Mark, one of his responsibilities with the DAO now is going to be managing these customer support workstream calls, which is super exciting. So I'm going to pass the mic over to him. He's created an awesome presentation to walk you through all things customer support. And we would like if you could save all of your, I'm going to be watching questions coming through the stage chat, but we're not going to answer them until the end of the presentation just to keep things organized so we don't get too far off track with time. So I'm going to be monitoring stage chat. If I see a question, don't you worry, we will get back to it. We're not ignoring you. I just want to let Mark do his thing so we can cover as much ground as we can. So go ahead and take it away, Mark.
All right, thank you for that introduction, Megan. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for being here today. Uh, I'm trying to figure out how to be able to share my screen. So are you guys? I assume you guys are not seeing the presentation, do you? So I'm sorry. So are you, Megan? Are you seeing my screen, my presentation, or no?
Yeah, I'm seeing it in Zoom. And the link, is the link posted here yet? I have it in from what you sent me. So I see your Zoom, but I'm not seeing the presentation. I'm seeing your Discord. So it just looks like it's not on the right. You're not sharing the presentation screen. You're only sharing your Discord screen right now.
Okay, I'll
And
try.
and now that's gone. See in Discord again.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how they'd be able to see my presentation. Yeah, I can see it in Zoom, but
Oh, interesting. So you can see it on your side, but it's not showing up for us.
let's bring your shared window to the front. How am I supposed to do that? Hmm, there.
I can try to share it on my side.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Thanks.
Yeah, let me pull it up real quick. All right. Can you guys see? Watching the stage chat here. Okay. Can you guys see on the Zoom link? Can you now see the presentation? Okay, cool. All right, Mark, I will manage flipping through the slides. Just let me know when you want me to go next. I'll try to be a little anticipatory of that, and then we'll go from there.
All right, sure. Thanks, Megan. Sorry about that. All right. Yeah, welcome to our first community call. Again, my name is Mark, and thank you for being here. So I'd like to proceed with introducing the rest of the members of the support work stream. I'd like to start with our help desk manager, Mogi. So Mogi has been with started with centralized ShapeShift back in 2018, and he is mainly responsible for creating and organizing help desk content. So anything related to our help desk will be managed by Mogi, and he will also be communicating and coordinating with other work streams moving forward to help disseminate useful information to the support team. Recently, he submitted a proposal which was already approved. It's about the redesign of the help desk page, and I believe he's already in the process of screening applicants for the role. And eventually, hopefully he finds somebody who would be able to improve and redesign our help desk page. Next would be our support managers, Julius and Donna. So they both started with centralized Shapeshift in June of 2018. They started as support agents and eventually got promoted as team leaders. So now they will be taking on the role of support managers for the support work stream. And apart from their main task of coaching and mentoring our support agents, they would also be coordinating with the other work streams, Donna specifically with the product work stream, and then Julius with tokenomics. And they will be posting reports, a summary of any ongoing and resolved technical issues, any new partnerships and affiliates, and anything about the DAO that our users can ask support about. So next would be our support agents or our support staff. So in the slide, I've indicated their Discord handles so that you'd recognize if the person who's replying to support inquiries are legitimate members of the support team. So under Donna's team would be Rain, Ray, Miguel, and Emil. And then under Julius's team would be CJ, Carmina, and Ace. So by the way, we are running a 24/7 schedule following Mountain Standard Time. All right. So at this point, I'd like to present our customer support workstream key performance indicators or KPIs. So this is what we're going to use to measure our success as a workstream. And also as we committed and indicated in the support workstream proposal, which is now approved by the DAO community. Our KPIs can be classified into three main categories, namely first the velocity metrics. These aim to measure the team's speed and efficiency in handling tickets or requests. Next one would be capacity, which would measure the volume or the load of requests that the team can handle and resolve at a specific time. And then quality aims to measure the team's ability to resolve issues to the customer's delight and satisfaction. By the way, I'd like to mention that we are an email support team. So these metrics and the data that I will be presenting later on are based and derived from the tickets that we're receiving in the email platform that we're using, which is Zendesk. Currently, we do not have a live chat or phone support. All right. So under the velocity metrics, we will be using one, the first reply time, which is defined as the time between the ticket was created or submitted and the first public reply or response by any support staff on the ticket. For example, a ticket was received now, and then let's say after 10 minutes, an agent replied to that ticket. So the first reply time for that ticket would be 10 minutes. Next one would be the full resolution time, which is computed as the total time from which the ticket was submitted or received until the time that it was marked as solved. For context, in Zendesk, when we reply or submit a ticket, we would need to select a status for that particular ticket. So those statuses are, one would be open and then on hold, which means the issue is not yet resolved and we're waiting for some information, probably from other teams, for the issue to be resolved. And it means that we will be replying to that ticket at a later time. So it's like we're putting it in the parking lot and we'll um, go back to that user after some time. The second status would be the pending status. So we use pending when we need more information from the user or the customer for us to be able to resolve the issue, or basically we need them to reply to the ticket for us to be able to solve the issue. And then the last one would be the solve status, which means the issue was already resolved. The customer doesn't need anything from us. We've provided all the information that they need, and the ticket can already be closed. Next one would be under capacity metrics. So we're going to use the solved tickets percentage, which is computed as the number of tickets that were marked as solved versus the total number of the tickets created for a given time period. And then next one, under quality, um, first we'll be using the adjusted customer satisfaction or CSAT score. So customer satisfaction score is computed as the total number of good rated tickets versus the total number of surveyed tickets which received responses from our users. So every time we mark a ticket as solved, Zendesk automatically sends a survey to that user, inviting the user to give us a rating for that ticket. Um, so what is the adjusted CSAT score? Um, the survey is actually intended or directed towards the agent, and it's supposed to measure their experience with support. And it's not about their perception of our policies, our protocols, or ShapeShift as a company. So there are a lot of instances wherein the rating or the feedback or the review from the user is not really about their experience with support. Actually, the actual survey question says, how would you rate the support that you received? So every week, I am reviewing all those tickets that were rated bad to determine whether the rating is valid or not. To illustrate, you know, recently we're receiving a lot of inquiries from users who are complaining that they cannot like transact or trade their tokens because they're receiving an error, the insufficient funds for gas error. And as we know, the gas fees are not imposed or charged by ShapeShift. It, that the fees don't go to ShapeShift. We don't have control over it. So we do educate them. We give them correct information. We provide options. However, most of these users would still be giving us a bad rating for those situations because some of them would insist that, it's ShapeShift who's charging them these fees. And, the fact that they cannot transact or trade their tokens unless they fund their wallets with more ETH, which for them is not good. So if that is the case, as long as the agent provided the correct information, did not violate any of the protocols, and was pleasant and was professional all throughout the conversation, so that becomes an invalid bad rating. So it gets taken out of the total surveys of the agent. And then for that previous example that I gave, if that was the reason for the bad rating, so the agent would get like a 9 good surveys out of 9 surveys. So that would correspond to 100% adjusted CSAT score. For QA, so we will be reviewing like 10 to 15 tickets per agent every week. And it will be scored based on the QA document that we've been using like for the past 2 to 3 years. And this document is like the product of the collaboration of the support management team. Um, yeah, so this is the QA document, but as a summary, um, we are mainly using the yeah, Megan, you can just go to the next slide. To summarize, we're mainly using like three criteria, which we call as coaching themes to evaluate a ticket. So the first one is communication. So this involves like the overall demeanor of the agent in the conversation. So was the agent polite, professional, friendly? Was the agent clear in the explanation and the information provided? Next one would be diagnosis, which is identifying the correct problem and identifying all any other underlying issues that may have not been directly expressed by the user in the ticket but would impact the problem that was stated in their inquiry. And of course the last one is the resolution. Was the issue resolved? Did we provide accurate information to the customer? Did we empower the customer and provide them the right troubleshooting steps so that in the future if they encounter the same problem they would be able to troubleshoot and figure out or resolve the issue on their own? So those are the criteria, and then the scoring. A ticket could be scored like either a 1 for meeting the for not meeting the standard, so which means any of those three criteria was not met, and then 2 for meeting the standards, and then 3 for going above and beyond. So their goal is like to get a 2 for each ticket. So like if there are 10 tickets reviewed, so the perfect score would be a 20. So if the agent got like 18 out of 20, that corresponds to a 90% QA score. And it's also possible that an agent would get a score above 100% if any of the tickets was scored a 3 and all the rest were scored a 2. So that would be for the QA scoring. Next, I'd like to show the KPI targets, and this is like the goal or the numbers that we'd like to meet to say that we are successful as a work stream. So for solved tickets, our target is 95% of the created tickets for the month should be marked as solved. For first reply time, we're looking at 8 hours or lower median every month. For first reply time and for resolution time, Zendesk is reporting the median values instead of the average, primarily because these metrics can result to extreme values. So it means sometimes it can be very low, and then sometimes it could be also high. So we're using the median values. For full resolution time, we are committing to 168 hours or 7 days or less median every month. I'd like to dig deeper and expound on this particular metric later on when we present the actual data or actual data for the past 3 months. And then for adjusted CSAT score and team QA score, we're aiming at 93% average for the team weekly and monthly. All right. Now let's go to our actual KPI data for the past 3 months from September until November. And let's start with the solved tickets percentage. So again, we're aiming at 95% solved tickets monthly. So as you can see, for September and October, um, we were able to meet it. For November, though, it's a bit lower at 83%. There are actually a lot of factors affecting um, the solved tickets percentage, or there are a lot of factors affecting, our ability to like mark the ticket as completely solved. So this may be because of, the technical issues that we've encountered last month, which prevented us from resolving some of the issues right away. Next would be the first reply time and the full resolution time. So for first reply time, again, target is like 8 hours median every month. So we don't have a problem with that. So we're always below 8 hours. However, the full resolution time, this is quite, uh, it's sometimes we're hitting that, but sometimes we're not. In the past 3 months, we've had a couple of technical issues that mainly um, affected, you know, the full resolution of the tickets. And I'd like to share, the one process that we have in Zendesk. Um, Megan will be sharing Zendesk. Whenever there's a massive technical issue being reported by several users, we create like a problem ticket in Zendesk. So it's like it describes or it summarizes what the issue is, and then all the other tickets that were submitted for the same issue will be gathered and collated under that big problem ticket. So when the problem is already resolved, instead of replying to each ticket one by one, so we can just reply to that problem ticket that created on all the other the tickets under it would already receive the same reply. So if you would see, we quite have a couple of outstanding problem tickets that haven't really been resolved until now. So as far as last year, there are like lingering issues that haven't been completely resolved. And of course, these tickets remain on either open or on hold status. And it kind of skews, the numbers, our solved tickets percentage for particular months. Another good example is the recent mobile app error, the invalid big string number error. So we actually received a couple of tickets for that issue. It was first reported in August and only got resolved in November last month. So you can imagine like 3, 4 months. So these tickets remained on open or on hold status, and we were only able to solve them like after 3 or 4 months. So of course that would affect like the overall solved tickets percentage for the team. Okay. And then next one would be, this graph, by the way, the full resolution time brackets. So this illustrates like what percentage of the solved tickets or are being solved within a specific time frame. So if you would see for the past 3 months, around 40% are being solved within 7 to 30 days. Although that 7 to 30 days is quite a long range. So we don't really know like how many were solved like in 7 to 14 days or 14 to 28 days. And we'll probably try to figure out if we can customize this report. However, it's also good to note that more than 40% of the tickets are being resolved in like 0 to 7 days. So we committed to we would like to use 7 days as our primary target in the meantime, which we may change in the coming months. So personally, if you're gonna ask me if we're going to start with a clean slate without any outstanding issues that we've seen there in the problem tickets, 7 days for a full resolution time is quite a stretch. In the past, we've actually committed and was able to accomplish like 72 hours full resolution time for most tickets. And with the work streams, being more collaborative and being more efficient and effective in the communication, and with more contributors possibly helping the DAO with whatever issues we may encounter in the future, I'm quite optimistic that we will be able to drastically improve these numbers and hopefully have like a shorter full resolution time for our tickets. um, for adjusted CSAT and quality score, so we are always hitting our 93% target every month. So yeah, it's speaks about, the quality of support that we are providing our customers. Next one, we will also be reporting our Trustpilot ratings every month. So Trustpilot is like one of the most reputable review sites there is. Okay, so for the past 3 months, we didn't have much reviews, and our current overall trust score is 3.8 out of a 5 out of 155 total reviews that we received since we created this account. So what we're going to do, we are relaunching the campaign that we did in the past, which helped us greatly improve our Trustpilot score. We even reached as high as 4.8 before. In a nutshell, in that campaign, what we do is we're sending an invitation to all the users who gave a good rating in Zendesk, and we're encouraging them to give us a good review in Trustpilot. And we may also be asking the help of, probably the marketing and the moderators or anyone from the DAO community to encourage community members to also give us a good review in Trustpilot. So this campaign will be spearheaded by Julius starting next year. Now for the last part of the presentation, so I'll be presenting the ticket data analytics. These numbers are only from November last month. So these figures would show us like what types of issues our customers are reaching us about and what types of tickets we're getting every month. So I'll start with the brand. Last month, 64% of our tickets were about ShapeShift. This already includes the mobile app, the platform, Kpi, and all the other supported wallets in the platform. Around 34% of our tickets were about Portis. Yeah, we do receive a lot of tickets about Portis. Most of them are about password 2FA reset requests, users complaining that their wallets were hacked, suspicious login attempts to their wallets, and all those stuff. We do receive a lot of them on a monthly basis. And all the others are about security and CoinCap. For the ticket types or the ticket attributes, so when a user creates a ticket in Zendesk, there's a pre-ticket form wherein they would have to select which category their issue falls under. And last month, topping the list is the My Account category. So under My Account, this includes forgot my password for the native mobile app and the ShapeShift account, lost my 2FA, or did not receive verification email or verification link. So that was around 38% of our tickets. So we do actually receive a lot of tickets about users needing to reset their mobile app password or the ShapeShift account password because they forgot it or they're not able to log back in. We do have a lot of that also with Portis. The other ticket types are trading transaction failed, and then Portis, general crypto questions, Tiki retail, ShapeShift company contact. So under company contact, these are people wanting to reach out to security, marketing, legal, and human resources. And then we have liquidity pools and Fox farming inquiries, coin cap rewards, and the Fox airdrop. And then lastly, we have the top 10 help desk article with the most number of views for the month. This gives us a glimpse of what information our users may need. We do have a lot of users who are not really crypto experts and would need guidance to even the basic things like how to send and receive funds in their wallet. So last month we had like around 29,000 article views